This is the matchless engine. Which do you prefer, the Triumph or the matchless engine?
Well, when it was muddy, I preferred the matchless.
I would say the Triumph was easier to ride.
Well, the Triumph picked up quicker.
Well, you were 74, 73.
Yeah, but we got the matchless engine, but nobody in the motorcycle industry would sell us engines. But
did you two ride the plan, or did you try to beat each other? Did you try to beat each other, or did you ride the plan? Well, be honest.
It wasn't worth racing each other and knocking each other off, so we used to try and finish as a dead heat.
Dead heat, yeah, that's a good solution to the problem. Right, Jim. Push start, Jim. Right, who's next? Right. This is the editor of Motorcycle News, Emma Franklin. She's going to ride Don's big Triumph, if she can get it started. Jim better start it. Start it, Jim, for her.
Come on, Jim.
Be a gentleman, Jim.
Come on, Jim.
Editor of Motorcycle News. Isn't that wonderful? This then, he used to race it. 3 of men turned pale and others fled to the woods. So, how much practice you do you look handy on a bike? But every night? I do too, over those woods over there. My section keeps me in shape. 10 minutes a night. So, but wonderful bit of gear. There were many just down here, you know. You could almost walk to the factory. So, how many of these did you make, Rickman? How many?
Well, total mics we sold 14,000.
14,000. A mixture. She did. Well done. So, but it's hard to believe this industry was down the road here. And the demise of BSA, Triumph and Norton, they all went down the chute. It amazes me you're riding this here. You won't believe that when I worked at Aerials, the top buyer, right? It was Mr. Knight, but we called him Foggy Knight. I wonder what we called him, Foggy Knight. He couldn't ride a motorbike and he was designing motorcycles. So that's why Aerials went. Right, so we need some message. Jim, come on, be chivalrous, Jim. Give this lady a hand with this thing. Right, Jim will take it off. Right, Emma, thanks a lot. Big ripple for Emma. Right, next please. From number one, we've got a big Kawasaki job here. that you made, Don?
Well, I don't know. It was a mixture in the 14,000 bikes.
There you go, wonderful. Big Kawasaki, Rickman Kawasaki.
Very late frame, 82 frame,
82.
73 engine.
Right. Have you built it yourself?
Rusty wreck. Used it for splinting all through the 90s.
Did you do any good?
I did do quite good. It's a good classic bike. It'll run in 10 seconds, just. So it's got 120 horsepower.
You weren't trying hard enough.
I wasn't. I built the engine, and yeah, it's about 120 horsepower.
Where's the bloodline then?
10 and a half, which is about 1,000 when it's sensible.
I used to do it. I used to do the same in Grand Prix.
This,
Just stop getting blown off. Take it above the bloodline, you know.
exactly right. Yeah, that's what.
Right. So wonderful bit of gear. Who did the paintwork for you?
Oh, blimey, well, I can't remember who did the tank, and I just put the fairing on it only a month ago for this event. So, yeah, a little company called CSM did the paint, and it's very nice.
We just got Bill going to restore the fairing on the PSA rocket in the workshop. So
They had to match that to 20-year-old paint, and they did a good job.
wonderful job. Well done. So where are you from?
I come from East Sussex. I used to come to the Rickman factory for school trips, and my best friend's dad used to build their wheels. A guy called Armstrong used to build our wheels in his workshop.
Do you reckon Rickman? Do you recognise him, Rickman? One of your employees. Right. Happy memories.
Happy memories.
Where did you work? Gore Road?
Sorry?
Where was it? Your father built the wheel.
No, he was outsourced. He was over near Romsey.
Anyway, all the best. If you've got electric start, that's cheating. And it won't bloody start. How long have you had this then?
6 years now.
6 years. Gone up in value. Is it a 650 or 500?
500.
500. The size of 750. What compression are you on there?
I haven't got a clue.
I would say about 10 to 1. When in doubt, flat out. What size of front wheel is that? It looks a bit on the small side. Looks a bit shrunk, you know. So, how does this hang together then? How does it hang together? How often do you rebuild it? Be honest.
I haven't know yet.
Any moment. Right. So when are you racing this again?
It's too good to race.
That's where it's lasting, Don. You don't race it, that's where it's hanging together.
He's in Atlanta.
Anyway, are you riding trials Thursday? I'll see you there then. What are you on the take? Peter, the modern stuff. Right. Will it kick up? What oil do you run on this? Do you run full synthetic?
I run on a semi-synthetic classic oil.
that? Have you rebuilt it?
Yeah, Bob Piscock rebuilt it, so it was rebuilt about 5 years ago.
Right.
Still pretty tight.
Looks all well up together. Is it showpiece or do you race it?
Don't race it, it's an ornament.
You're too young, are you? I know the feeling well. I like the helmet matching the colours of the bike. That used to be quite popular. He used to ride blue helmets when he was on it. So, great job. So where are you from today?
Well, the family are from Ringwood, so just down the road.
So you're riding home then? All the best. Cheers. On to the next one. Well, yet another triumph.
It certainly is.
This is 750.
So it's 500.
Right. You got BSA yokes in it. Yeah, but heavy metal those are, you know. So this is a genuine frame. What do you think, Don?
I think it's absolutely marvellous, mate.
Right. So what forks have you got in it? Looks like Seriani or something. BSO, yeah. Right. And how many more have you got at home then?
1 or 2.
Or 3? Or 4? You're catching me up. You're catching me up. So, anyway, lovely job. Crack it up. What frame number is it? Another Triumph. What is it, 750?
1,000.
1,000 is it? It sounds sweet. The rest of it, tell the rest of them, is that the carburation up? That's the smoothest one of the lot, you know?
Run it from high octane fuel.
99? Where do you get that from? Ringwood. Where do you get it at Ringwood then?
Garden machinery shop. He sells it in 10-litre tubs.
You better get me out to Ringwood to get some of this fuel, boy, tomorrow. What?
It's called storage fuel.
Storage fuel, right? Ethylene, not at all. But it certainly sounds making a good job there because you can tell the difference in the motor. A lot better. And it doesn't melt the tank. It doesn't melt the tank. All these modern fuels, they eat glass fibre and aluminium away, you know, so... Right. Okay, fire it up then. please. HS motor? What compression are you running at? Too high for you. Hey, anyway, when are you riding it again?
This will be out on the 1st of June, Dorset Classic Scramble. Yeah, we hit the British Bike Bonanza on the 27th, which is at Backham, near Dorchester.
I'll be there to see you. How come you weren't riding on the 100 miler yesterday? Were you saving yourself? Well, I reckon you're too young. You were saving yourself in the 100 miler, so, but did you never fit many aerial engines in them, did you?
No.
The only one in the world with an aerial engine is an HS Scrambler. Mind you, the aerial frame didn't do it justice, did it? We were trying to get Ron Langston down here today, but he couldn't make it. Couldn't get a driver to bring him down from the Cotswolds, so... Anyway, crack it up. And you're going to do that mod next week for me. Get those...
I've done it, I've put them on.
What a bloody excuse. He's got a modification to improve it, but he hasn't put it on yet. to sell it? Yeah. What are you selling? He's got it for sale, lads. Any wives want to treat their husbands? What about you treating the husband in one of these? What do you mean, no? Right, what sort of money have you got on this then? 50 quid. So, 750? 650, yeah. That's a lovely alloy tank. Who made that for you?
Some chap at Sunbury on Thames, the Kempton. He makes them.
Used to do work for us, you know, when we were doing the mail order, made all our tanks for us, you know. Is this a genuine frame?
No, it's a wasp frame.
Wasp frame. They wasp frame Rickman. They covered them, so, but, yeah, great. And your Rickman hubs, those are good hubs, you know. You got the wide one in the rear too, you know.
You're from 90.
Don't stop you in trial riding either, you know. But, lovely bit of gear and tack. How long have you had this?
13 years.
13 years, right. Suppose you've got another half a dozen at home, have you?
Yeah, a few other bikes. Yeah.
Many as me.
No, not quite.
Catching me up. Anyway, fired up, lovely tank, lovely colour, lovely bike. Speak about the Rickman car. Another triumph, another triumph. They're much smoother than the old singles, aren't they? So what capacity is this then?
500.
500. It sounds smooth. You've put in the big gear, fiberglass tank. What fuel do you run on then?
I store it with ethanol-free Aspen fuel. So it doesn't.
It doesn't rot the tank out. So you clean her out every night, you know, you drive. We drain all the bikes out of the museum when we run them, you know, because fuel eats into everything, you know. With this, that clutch is very heavy.
Just done it.
Very.
Need to do it again.
I wouldn't pass that. Shit. Bloody hell. Be a lap down the bloody weight of that clutch, boy. If you were flying that round Maxims, you wouldn't be able to pull it in after the first lap. Great. So where are you from today?
Cranbourne.
Oh, yeah, not too far away. So do you ever scramble this or just keep it?
Yeah, I've scrambled it a couple of times. Yeah. No, try and do that one. I'm doing the one 1st of June, which Ivan's doing, yeah.
You weren't racing yesterday at Carsley. Why? You didn't fancy a 100-miler, did you? 100-miler. You're too young. You're too young. Right, fire it up. The Rickman colour. Just put... Right, the 2 cars on the end there, Rickman. You want to tell me about those?
Yeah. Well, the Rickman Ranger on the black one is a Rickman Ranger, and the green one is a Rickman camper. Rickman camper. We made about 20 of those. Ranger, we made 1,000 of those.
So there you used to manufacture cars when the bike trade started to go downhill. Don and Derek decided to manufacture cars, and those are the 2 of the survivors. Wonderful effort, but it didn't work right well at the end, did it?
Well, we got taken over by a Russian company.
You off?
No, they didn't rip us off. And we also made BMX, and there's a gentleman here with a BMX, and we made about 6,000 of those.
Unbelievable, unbelievable. Right, we're going to have the Grand Parade. Everybody's going to ride round. Right, start them up.